Fudge. I call it no filter with Fudge. Everything we do is factual, creating a buzz. They wanna know where I got it, I told them I got it from Fudge. Tune in every week, you know we stay going up.
Yo, what's up? This is another episode of No Filter with Fudge. I'm your host, D Fudge. I got three amazing guests with me here today. Starting off with the lovely Miss Ari.
Hello.
And then also I got a repeat guest. I know you guys remember this guy, but he was able to offer his lovely home. And Lord Prescott, how's it going?
What's good, people? You asked for me, fans, I'm back.
I don't know if they asked for him to come back, but he definitely is back.
They asked for me. I saw it in the comments.
And last but not least, I got the lovely Miss Ashley on the end.
Hey, y'all.
All right, guys. So what's going on? What y'all do this weekend?
I was on Mamiana. So.
Mommy,
Watching my baby.
ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Pretty much got the hair done, and that goes the weekend, spending a couple hours in there after that.
Oh, I know how it is. I too have to get my hair done, girl, so I ain't mad at you. I
Went
tell
to
you who didn't get their hair done.
Hey, my barber going through some things right now, so he taking some personal time out. So when he get free, I'm gonna come back and get a cut.
No, I think it's just like no shave November for Adam.
But I think I don't know. I think the beard works for me. What do you think? It works. So he just hating y'all.
No comment on that. No comment on that.
How's your beard? How's that going?
I ain't gotta have no beard. Real men don't need beards.
Hey, a beard, he can't grow no beard. That's why he hating. It's all good though.
We grow.
You know what I'm saying? I got a beard. My boy Chauncey got a beard. Hey, everybody can't have one.
All right, whatever. We ain't worried about that. But I know before we started the show, you had a very interesting story about when you and your friend, hopefully it's your friend, she was actually getting played possibly, and you was kind of on the fence about, should you tell her that she getting played or, should you let it pass? You mind sharing that? Because this is no filter, no judgment.
I wasn't on the fence.
Okay.
It's about Ashley.
You don't say no names, but
Well, I did.
man, you know y'all. I like that though. Hey, no filter. I like that.
I'm just saying.
What happened?
So me and her been friends for about 7 years.
Okay.
And she started dating my brother.
Whoa.
So I was caught in the middle.
Yeah.
And before they started dating, I told her, about my brother. And,
So you tried to warn her?
I tried to warn her, and she was like, "Girl, okay, girl." And they started dating, and I tried to warn her again. And then they got into a serious relationship, fell in love the whole nine. But it was my best friend and my brother, so I was trying to tell her.
And you wasn't on the fence? That's hard.
I was on the fence, but this is my girl, and that's my blood, but they both blood.
Yeah. Oh.
So, yeah, I told her. And it just,
what did you tell her? You leaving out a whole lot?
I told her. What did you tell me? I told her, but I didn't
Take off the
tell her.
gloves.
I just said, girl, you could do better. Let's go out. Let's do this. I tried to take her out a couple of times,
How long did you let it go on before you told her?
It went on about 5-6 months.
Oh, okay.
And then when I did tell her, it made them get closer. I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah, I told her, they got closer. So then it's just about how many times you want to sit there and tell your friend she's getting played before you just say, I'm going to just let her find out the hard way.
I got 2 questions that I want to ask.
Oh, Lord.
I didn't know that's interesting. I didn't know that was a story.
That was
but
a story.
But I liked it. So 2 questions. First, who are you more loyal to in that situation?
Oh,
You could tell that she was battling that. Like, she would try to spend time with me, and then he would feel some type of way. So then she would do the same thing with the brother. Then I feel like you could tell that she was trying to split it up, but it wasn't really working.
Yeah.
It wasn't balanced.
Well, it worked for a while. It worked for a while, right?
It did. It
Yeah,
did.
we stopped talking for a while.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
We stopped talking for a while.
Well, clearly y'all cool.
Because
Y'all did come together, right?
We
Y'all
come together.
And I do got a follow-up question for you, but my second question for you is, so that's your brother, so you know he cheating.
Uh-huh.
So did you directly say like,
No.
my brother smashing the chicks, or you was just like,
No.
He
You
was
didn't
coming.
snitch.
He was
I
coming
didn't
over
think
to
like that.
his house, her house, with the girl that he was cheating on.
Oh, so you knew like
I
directly.
didn't
You seen it.
Interesting. Okay.
And you held it in with no. Well, you had some reservations because you told her eventually.
I told her like bits and pieces,
Okay.
But then I kind of let her figure it out on her own.
That I never heard a story like that.
Me neither.
That is too tough.
So for you, and I'm just curious, what made you want to talk to your best friend's brother? Because some people might not cross that line with his family.
If Adam talked to my sister, I'd kill him.
But see, it wasn't like that at all. It wasn't like that at all. Like when he came out of jail, he had been done some time, and so when he came out of jail, you know, we was cool. We was like, we all hung out.
Yeah.
Her, me, you know, the other friends, mutual friends, and then I don't know, it was a connection, and I was like, I feel bad, but then I'm just
good old jail talk. It's okay.
I felt bad, but then I was just like, you just can't help it.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel the support from her, like, as a friend, but then I was like, I know that's your brother and you didn't really get time to spend. I didn't know what it was, because I was like, why is there a problem? Like, why can't we all get along? What is the issue?
So can you look at it from her point of view? If you was in her shoes, right? If it was your brother and she was talking to him, do you think you would have waited, or you would have, after going through it, do you think you would, as soon as you knew, you would have been like, just curious? Because I know there's people out there who probably had this same story, and they like, I told him from the beginning. Some people still take that secret to the grave.
Even when she was telling me, you know what I'm saying, you're not really listening to that.
Because
you know,
probably
you're in love and all that. I never experienced that type of love.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying, it was hard to try to listen to her, and then he's telling me one thing. You know?
Yeah, and then,
I could kind of feel what she was saying.
Would you tell me your brother cheated on me?
That's what it come down to.
Would you?
That's a good question. Would you?
Well, yeah.
I feel like I would have to say something, because I would feel bad, like, okay, I know how my brother
You would say something, but would you come out and say it?
I don't know. I would have to
Find out on the next episode.
Okay.
No, I'm just joking. No, that's some real shit though. Like, that's what it's all about. Because, you know, the reason why I'm doing this podcast is just because people have gone through that, and I just want to keep the conversation going. I just thought it was interesting, and when I talked about the topic, he's like, "Okay, I got a story for that." I didn't know it was that story.
That was amazing. That's like a perfect story, because that's like so many
y'all stuff. What's going on?
So much stuff y'all probably don't cross.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, first of all, I would never talk to anyone in his family.
Mostly because they're ugly. All right, we can't help that. We just
so this is my brother. Like, this is my best friend. So it's like, nah. And so I'm saying that because he's my best friend.
And his sister.
My sister was. First of all, my baby is 13 years old.
Not the baby sister. I'm talking about your sister.
Her? No, I'm just playing. But no, I mean, I wouldn't do that. But that's definitely I don't know. I'm gonna say this though. When it comes to me and him though, he'll probably agree with this. Me and him are a lot closer to me than my blood family. Mm-hmm. So my loyalty, if I'm being honest, outside of my dad, would be to him first.
But if
in that situation,
family aside, would you tell me if I was getting played? If you knew I was getting played,
I would tell.
If I was so in love, right? So I tell you I love this girl, whatever.
I would tell you. Remember I told you I have another friend who I told
you. That's why I was trying to. Would you share this story?
I'm not gonna say no names, but I have another friend who I'm pretty sure if I told him his girl was cheating on her, he'd kill her. So I wouldn't tell him for the simple fact that I don't want to be accomplice to no murder.
Yeah.
Right.
So even if I knew what was going on, I wouldn't say nothing. Yeah. And if it comes out, because I'm 100% sure he would do that. No, this is one for everybody. But I'm not gonna say. But I would not do that.
So it depends on the person.
It depends on the person. That situation, I know that's gonna happen.
Some people can't handle that stuff.
I'm not trying
like
to
y'all got into it. You know what
crime.
I'm saying? Some people can't handle. It was the truth. But like, it always make you feel some type of way when you hear something you don't want to hear.
But I mean, it sounds like she was loyal to you.
Yeah, my loyalty is with her.
So that's what's up. I do got a story about loyalty though. I will tell this story.
All right, well, hold on to that story. I got something else that obviously we wanted to discuss today. But again, thank you for sharing that story. All right, so after going through that, obviously with her brother, you know, do you think, and I don't know what your relationship status is now, but do you think that is it better to be single or in a relationship after, you know, having to almost fall out with your friend over that, you know, just...
That's a good question, because after all of that happened, like it was really hard, like to get over everything, and then trying to, you know what I'm saying, get back cool with her and get an understanding. I think you do need to be single for a little minute. Get yourself together, find yourself, you know what I'm saying. But when the time is right, I do agree with getting into a relationship. You know, so.
When do you think the time is right? Because you thought it was right when you got with her brother. So when do y'all feel like it's time to get in a relationship with somebody? Is it 3 months of dating?
When your bag is right, your mental is right.
Okay.
And you got all of you together to where you can bring 100% to the relationship.
Yeah.
Not like your baggage plus their baggage, y'all don't grow together. No, I believe that you need to be in a relationship when you are all together, they are all together, and y'all can learn from each other.
What is having it all together for you? What you think is like having it all together? Do you have it all
Really,
together?
my mental, no, I don't. That's why I'm single. But your mental has to be like, you can't have anything that you bring in from 2018, 19, 17.
Yeah.
You got to live in the present, be in the present. Mental space has to be together. Your faith has to be right. And you just have to be ready to give you to your partner.
Okay. All right. You got the G code right
I'm
there.
just saying.
I hope y'all took notes on that.
She's definitely practiced that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I've been single for a while.
Rehearse.
I want to make sure I am right.
Yeah, I know. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I know Adam got a lot of comments when it comes to being in a relationship. I've been knowing this guy like 20 years. All right, so I've seen a few relationships come and go. So, when do you think about is it better to be single in a relationship? I mean, we all pretty relatively young.
I think it depends on where you are at that particular time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'll tell this story. I'm not gonna say no names, but I was talking to a girl. You know what story I'm gonna tell too.
Okay.
And she got pregnant.
Okay.
And she decided to have an abortion.
Okay.
And so
we are pro-choice here.
We're all pro-choice. I was against it. So she did it for family reasons, for money reasons, because of who her family was. But so when she did it, I stopped talking to her like immediately, because that's a deal breaker. But at the same time, like I met a couple other girls who were like trying to talk to me, and at the time I was like, it's the first time in my life where I was like, nah, I think I'm gonna just chill for a second, because I knew like mentally I wasn't gonna be no good for nobody, because I had like my focus was completely off, and I was probably, I was still upset and angry about it, so it just wouldn't have been good for anybody to talk to me at that time. So I just think it depends on where you at. That was like what, 2 years ago? 2 years ago? Yeah, so like now it's completely different. But like I said, it's also your focus too. Like I don't know, like careers going on, like promotions, like I just bought a house, like buying a house. Yeah. Like it's what you put your time into, and so you get stuff lined up to where you're like, okay, now I'm good. So now I'll be ready to jump into that. But a couple of years, like a year ago, at that time, I was not trying to get any type of relationship.
But hold on, I'm gonna say this: what if y'all had the baby, all right, and it was an ugly baby? Do you know how difficult it would have been for me to have to tell you that you got an ugly baby? Y'all know anybody got some ugly baby?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say ugly. Aesthetically
Hard on the eyes.
Hard on the eyes, all right? Y'all know anybody? Have y'all ever had to tell someone that their baby wasn't, the most attractive child?
No.
I was ugly, baby. All right, and I have to.
How do you say that?
They'll find out.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
They'll find out. You don't tell them, they'll find out.
Now, this is how they find out. I got 5 guy kids. Thankfully,
You got the most guy kids in the world.
I do. Thankfully, all my guy kids are good-looking kids. Shout out to Preston. Shout out to Princess Olivia. Shout out to Jayla. Shout out to D3. I know, right? I've been like promoting Jeremiah. Look, I was messed up. But you see people play people's babies. They're like, oh, that little girl's so beautiful. She's so pretty. Like Ray little girl. Or Preston, he's so handsome. But then you see people say, oh, you got a baby. Like, you got a baby, or
your hair is pretty.
Or the hair. But it's something other than the face. Instead of this, like,
look at this outfit.
Oh, he gonna be tall. Or he's strong, or she's strong. Like, your child is unattractive. They're trying to figure out a nice way. They don't want to say that about it, so they'll talk about Elizabeth. When it's a pretty little baby, everybody want to hold them. Everybody want to kiss on them, pick them up. When it's not, it's like, look, no, I'm good. I'm funny about touching people's kids. You good?
So you might have dodged a bullet. You might have dodged a bullet.
That's true. Well, because I am so good looking.
Oh, here we go.
No, because two other people usually make a good looking baby. Okay. That's what I always say. 2 other people.
I must be ugly because my baby.
I mean, Preston came out like amazingly handsome. So the argument was saying that you are unattractive.
I ain't tripping.
But so for me, it might have been that way because I'm so good looking.
Yeah.
That it might have messed the kid up.
Don't laugh too long.
I'm saying I've been carrying this man for all my life, so.
I don't know about that.
Shut up.
You know what I'm saying? all time assist
Because
all time.
only because he's hosting the show today.
Chachi know what I'm talking about.
I gotta let him go off, but don't listen to him, y'all. He obviously drinking way too much. I don't know what's next up.
Arnold Palmer. And I always tell this story because I could not believe it. So one of my my other best friend, I can put his name out there, but I want the person to know what I'm talking about. My other best friend, he's a coach. So y'all know what I'm talking about. He coaches basketball.
Snitch 9.
Hey, so I tell you this story. He had a roommate, and he was messing with this girl, that his roommate liked.
Yeah.
And she was like buying him stuff and like giving him money, like everything. Like he was a good situation, but the roommate liked him. And so the dude was upset and jealous about him. But their roommates, they lived together. So one day, he called my boy and he was like, "No, what you got going on today?" And he was like, "Nothing. I got so and so coming by." He's like, "All right, cool." So the girl comes by, my boy in there, doing this thing, and the roommate comes with the other girl and is like, "See, I told you he'd be smashing other chicks." And so when he told me this story, I'm like, "What?" I'm like, you still fuck with this nigga? Like, are you serious? Like, I could not believe it. And he was like, "Well, man, like, it's something small. I ain't even gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna let it be what it's gonna be." And so I'm like, nah, like, because of that reason, I don't rock with this dude to this day. They still rock with him. Let's go like probably 12 years forward.
Dang.
My boy just recently my boy's wife had a birthday party.
Yep.
And the dude had volunteered.
The dude that snitched.
Yeah, the dude that snitched. He had volunteered to, I guess, get like some alcohol. I think he actually needed something to drink, and they was like, "Nah, not really. We decided to go to the store anyway." Yeah. So he goes to the store. He buys a bottle of some kind of brown liquor, Glenlivet 12 years, something like that's supposed to be like expensive. And he brings it back and he says, "Yeah, you owe me like $70-some for the bottle." Mm-hmm. He leaves the bottle. So the next day, my same boy and his dad at his house, they're having a drink, and his dad cracks open the bottle. It was already open. He pours the bottle, and he tells his boy, like, "This ain't 12-year Glenlivet." His dad's a drinker. Yeah. So the same dude had poured out the expensive alcohol and put some cheap stuff in there and tried to give it to him, and then charged him the full price for it for his wife's birthday party. Shut up. And so I'm looking at so when he told me the story, I was like, "Nigga, shut up! I don't even want to hear that." Because y'all should have been talking to the dude years ago. Yeah. I always say it takes people one time to show you who they are. Yeah. That second and third time, that's on you. No, like it shouldn't even get to that point. So, and this is my best friend, so he knows me. So I cut somebody off in a second,
so quick
for the smallest thing.
He cut me off too,
so I did. And then he got beat up, and he called me in high school, so I had to come back and save him. So I'm always here.
I think this is the first time I've actually had a teacher on. So
yay me.
Thank you for turning off the filter as much as you can. Mm-hmm. But also, I know when I was a kid, or probably how it is now, there's not a lot of male teachers, right?
No.
Do you think that, why do you think that is? Do you think that teaching is not for men, or what kind of jobs do you think, or what kind of jobs y'all think are not for men or for guys?
I don't know. I like all jobs for men.
Hold on. I was about to say, do you think that it's okay for a man to be a hairdresser? Do you think it's okay for him to?
Not a straight man. Gay men, yes.
Gay men is okay. Straight men shouldn't do hair.
No, because they're not as detailed as particular.
Yeah, well, I had an episode about double standards. That's kind of right along with that. Yeah. But
we had a friend in high school who would braid people's hair.
He was straight?
He was straight. I never had braid. He didn't touch my hair.
Never touched my hair. I didn't have hair in school.
But he was straight, and he would braid people's hair.
It was neat. It was nice. Yeah.
It was. I ain't gonna lie. When I first heard the story, I was like, "You did what?" Like, it was very weird to everybody.
Only because they tried to picture him sitting.
Because he was a hooper. He played ball or something like that. He could actually hoop. And so it was just like he braided your hair. Like, it threw you off.
It don't seem very masculine.
But he was straight though. Just I don't know. It was weird to me. So I'm not. I don't think any guy should.
Have you ever seen the guy in Atlanta that does dreads like really really good? It's some dude. He was like, cause somebody sent me a video like, you should go let him do your hair. I was like, I don't care how good he is.
You have to sit between.
Well, for that one, I guess he could have stand up, but I don't want him touching my hair. It's like some things you don't let your barber, grab your head because that's masculine, right? You turn your head and all that stuff. But for you to sit and have him like rubbing his head, yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on that. But I think it should definitely be more male teachers, because when I was a kid, I used to run over the female. No offense, I used to run over the female teachers because we felt like y'all was a little bit more weaker or easier to deal with.
No.
You're a pushover. I can look at you right now like,
what grade did you teach? I'm the fun teacher, 5th grade.
I was thinking, you seem like a sweetheart.
Yeah, they like coming to me.
Exactly.
But
they get in trouble.
Yeah.
They run over to you. Oh, you grab them. That's okay.
They do no wrong.
See, that's
They're not
the kind of
bad,
teacher.
they're misunderstood.
That's the kind of teacher I used to love. But the male teacher, you don't want to talk to him. He don't care about that.
She must have teach them kids in them slow classes, in them library classes. I don't really teach them. They be a whole different personality. They be like, bruh, I'll swing with that kid. Like, a whole different thing. For real. Man, dealing with bad kids, I don't have the patience for that.
They're the ones you love.
The bad kids?
Yeah, I teach in the hood. They lack love at home, so you like, let me get them love while they're here.
That is stressful.
I
mean, you get burnt out. You just take a break.
Well, that's why I take my hat off to you, because that's almost worse than the military, being these. Have one of them Dangerous Minds episodes.
Should a man with a secretary? Does that sound bad?
That's probably the job you couldn't do.
This is what they call administrative assistant. That they had to change the name. But it's a secretary.
We
all know the title is still.
I mean, it is still messed up because the whole double standard.
It is. But it definitely is.
Men are seen as masculine. They're like protect you, keep you safe. So little dainty jobs, they shouldn't be doing.
But they do them, unfortunately.
Right.
What I have started to notice that men, I think, do a lot better than women now. The older I'm getting and going to like families' houses growing up, a lot of men can cook better than the moms can.
Yeah,
that's changing. It's really starting to change.
Yeah, but I mean, I think I don't mind having a male chef.
Yeah, no, that's
I don't think that's one of the things I feel like a man shouldn't be able to do. But I'm from the old school, so I feel like women still cook better. I just feel like that person.
Yeah, I remember Farnsworth Bentley. I'm not even sure what his job actually was with Diddy, but could y'all have done that? Could you have done that?
No, I probably.
What was his job?
I don't know what it was, but he would hold his
I don't know what he was.
He's an assistant, right?
He's an assistant.
Yeah, he would like brush his hair. I was like,
stylist.
I don't know what his job was. I could not have done that.
Yeah, like you don't see a lot of straight stylists out thing. Like usually be more.
He's actually straight. He's married, got kids and all that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
So,
but I feel like Diddy's asking you stuff that's like, bro, come on, you gotta be like, why am I holding this umbrella?
Hey man, shout out Farnsworth, dog. He gave us a lot of entertainment with that umbrella for years,
I thought
man.
it was fashion.
Yeah, bad boy, take that. Well,
bad boy. I see what G to be.
I am
five. You see this five?
I am Gina. My bad. Hey, shout out Phil for here, man. But again, I want to thank y'all for coming out, turning off the filter, as much as you can, sharing your stories, and hey, make sure you stay tuned for next week's episode. This has been another episode of No Filter with Fudge.
I call it no filter with Fudge. I call it no filter with Fudge. Everything we do is factual, creating a buzz. They wanna know where I got it. I told them I got it from Fudge. Tune in every week. We stay going up.